Hi there! Today I'm going to share with you the first half of my 2013 album. Just a couple of disclaimers. I don't record videos. This is actually my first one, so I don't have a tripod or any equipment, so it's just me standing on a step stool with my camera in my hand. So hopefully I don't make you too motion sick with my amateur video skills, and hopefully I don't fall off the stool. Alright, so I am a chronological scrapbooker. I like to keep my layouts in chronological order, but I don't necessarily scrap my photos in chronological order. I tend to print out chunks of photos at a time, so I printed out all of 2012 and 2013, and I've been slowly making my way through those photos. 2012 is done actually, and 2013 is almost done. And then once I finish 2013, I'll print out a new chunk of photos. I really love this layout. It's not necessarily a two-page layout, I don't think, but there are two layouts that I definitely knew that I wanted to go together in my album, because this page is titled The Girls Who Ate Everything, and this is Everything We Ate. So I used the same colors, and also I made sure to use papers that had the same feel to them, so kind of like that distressed antique-y feeling. So you'll see in my albums that there's not a lot of everyday daily things, and that's because in 2013 I did do project life, so I don't like to duplicate scrap things, or I try not to at least. So kind of like the bigger events, or if it's just a photo that I really love, they'll be in here, but most of the daily type things you won't see in my albums, and I'm okay with that. I think I may have to change that up for future scrapbooks, because I'm no longer doing Project Life anymore. You'll also see a lot of these blank spots, and that's because once I get to the point where I am right now, where I just have a handful of photos left from 2013, I'll go through and I'll figure out exactly where those photos will go in my album, so that I know where each layout will be, and I get a better idea of what my album will look like. So I started this album when I was in the midst of getting ready to do a big cross-country move, and so I adopted this, oh my goodness, just get it into your album, just get it scrapped as fast as you can mentality. So you'll see a lot of these divided page protectors, and especially for events where there are tons of photos, but not, each photo doesn't necessarily have its own story. For example, this is my niece's first birthday, and so many cute photos. Definitely wanted to make sure that they were in my album, but I didn't want to have to create an individual page for each one. So this page is kind of an example of what I like to think of as a floating page, and these are pages that don't have a specific date attached to them, because like I said, I'm pretty picky about putting things in chronological order, but this is just a layout about things that I like to eat for breakfast, or what I typically ate for breakfast in 2013. So if I come to a place where I know where I want my layouts to be, for example, if I want two layouts to be facing each other, moving this guy around will help me accomplish that. Oh, and this is an example. So this is a layout about the Boston Marathon bombing that happened in 2013. And I definitely wanted it to be facing this way because I had extra photos here, and I also had a printout of the speech that President Obama made at the memorial service. So it would be kind of awkward if this had been, for example, here. Definitely wanted the person looking at my album to see this first, and then this, and this. And you'll notice this doesn't actually have that much embellishment on it, and that's because I didn't want it to be a fun page. It was about a difficult time, but I definitely wanted it to be in my album because it was something so important that happened that year. And actually, this whole yellow heart paper is actually a booklet of journaling. It was, I think, like 6 pages of double-sided sheets of just printed journaling that I bound into a booklet. And I wanted it to be hidden because it's pretty private, and I didn't want just anybody looking at it. Like, for example, this I'm fine with people reading, it's just Obama's speech, but this, I wanted it to be in the album, but maybe just hidden away a little bit, but there if I ever want to go back and revisit that. Another example, I definitely wanted these photos to be sandwiched between these two layouts. This was a sheep shearing festival in Massachusetts, only in New England. Something that I don't really do is to make title pages when I get to a spot where there's going to be a series of layouts about the same thing. For example, this is the first layout in a series of layouts from a girls' weekend in Michigan. No title page, but I like the idea of a title page, but I just don't plan that well ahead, and I'm okay with that. To be honest, nobody really looks at my albums but me, so I'm very much like I scrap for myself. Now, on these girls' trips, especially with this group of friends, all we do is eat, take photos, sleep, and then repeat. So tons and tons of photos again, but not all of them have a story. But some of them are hilarious or it's just a cute picture. So at the end, I just threw in all the extra photos into a divided page protector. This is actually the back of a page. I tend to gut the backs of my pages if possible, just to stretch my stash a bit. But someday I feel like, if years down the road someone's looking at my album and they pull out the pages to be like, ooh, is there something cool hidden on the back? They'll just be like, what in the world is this? Why are all these pages gutted? This starts another series of layouts from another trip. Again, no title page, but I definitely know where I am. I definitely know I'm in LA based on the photos here. I like to cut down page protectors to put my memorabilia in. And I really like to keep my memorabilia with the photos that they go with, because I keep everything, but if I don't keep them with the photos, I'll never look at it again. More gutted page backs. Another instance of just get it into the album. This is an entire weekend, and I was able to get in all the journaling that I wanted to get in using these divided page protectors, and then kind of a summary page at the end. And one thing that I've noticed is with my 2013 album, which I've been working on, I want to say, for the past year and a half, I've finally gotten comfortable with with what style I like, the amount of embellishment, the amount of patterned paper, and so I like these pages so much more than some of my older albums where I'm really trying to still figure things out. And I feel like it's kind of reflected in my album, the styles, pretty much the same. You can kind of tell they're made by the same person. So right now this is my favorite album, and it's getting pretty chunky. I may have to move some of these over to Volume 2 of 2013. But I hope you enjoyed taking a look through my album, and I hope I didn't make you too seasick. So thank you so much for watching.